You're drowning in responsibilities and you don't know how to get out of it. That's not a way to live your life. We want to be efficient, but we also want to live a healthy and good life. So, how can we balance both? This comes to time management, how you manage your week, how you plan your week. It's not about timing yourself, 10:30 bathroom break, 10:34 I need to do this and this tasks. No, it's not about that. But it's about having a rough idea of what you're going to do throughout the week and making sure not to overwhelm yourself. Because I know for myself, if I put too much tasks on my plate, I just feel overwhelmed and then I'll end up doing even less than I initially wanted to do. In this video, we're gonna go through actionable steps and mindset shifts that you can do because yes, time management does include mindset shifts to make sure that you have an easy, not chaotic week to have the energy that you want and do the things that you love. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophie for those who are new here. On this channel, I talk everything regarding wellness, Islam, and also self-development. Sometimes these topics are mixed within each other, sometimes not. So make sure to like and subscribe to get videos just like this one. Plan your week ahead of time. I know you hear this concept a lot of time, but I'm gonna tell you why it's so important. Sometimes, most often than not, we overschedule ourselves. At the beginning of the week, we have so much energy, we wanna conquer the world, and we're like, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and that. And then Tuesday hits, and you're like, who was I on Sunday afternoon? Oh yeah, I just took 2 days to rest, and I was having so much more energy than I am right now. And then you feel discouraged by yourself and you're like, I'm not gonna be able to accomplish all what I wanted to accomplish this week. Might as well just give it up all right now and start next week. But that's not what we wanna do. We can't let the feeling of being overwhelmed destroy the rest of our week. So at the beginning of each week, you're gonna sit down, whether that be on Sunday night or Sunday morning, whatever you wanna do, and you're gonna plan out all the things that need to be done this week. So this is like picking up the kids, this is cooking, this is doing anything it's a need. Then you're gonna write down everything that you wish that you want to get done. So this can be stuff that needs to be done but is not like critical. So this can be like, cleaning your closet. This can be, something that is not so necessary to the outline of your week, and you're gonna write it down in a different column. Now you're gonna put on your calendar, on your agenda. I personally like to have like a paper agenda. I feel like it helps me be more organized, and I just like that I can see it. Now that you see the bulk of your schedule of your future week, you're gonna figure out, where do you have space? Where do you have space to do the things you wish to want to do? Maybe you find yourself, you have extra time on your hand and you're like, I'm gonna tackle this task, or I'm gonna call a friend, I'm gonna call my parents and speak with them. Having a visual and concise plan helps you waste less time, be more efficient with your time, because you're like, I have so many things that need to get done. Let me be focused at this task, and then I can have some time to rest after. After planning your week, you may realize you have more time on your hands than you thought, but you're just not being efficient with your time. Or on the other hand, you're like, I have so much responsibilities, I barely have time for anything else. The trick is, you don't want to overburden yourself, because stress paralysis is super real. If you feel stressed, not only will it make you less motivated to do the tasks that you need to do, but over time, this will suck out the very energy left that you have in your body right out. It's gonna suck it out like this, and you're gonna be done. Stress takes so much energy out of your body, so having this to-list helps you focus on what really needs to get done and on what maybe you wish you wanna get done, but is not necessary for you. When you're super busy, you tend to leave self-care exercises out of the way. And this is where habit stacking comes into play. How often, when you're super busy and you have a lot on your mind, do you let go of exercise? Do you let go of your skincare? Do you let go of reading? Do you let go of maybe listening to podcasts, or maybe enjoying time with your friends? Because your mind is not able to process everything that needs to get done. Habit stacking helps you take care of yourself and of your mental health while doing other things. The idea is that since you are doing something, right, for example, brushing your teeth, is to jump on that momentum to create a new habit. What I personally like to do is when I'm cleaning the bathroom, I like to put a face mask on to make sure that I'm not wasting time when I'm super busy. I'm cleaning the bathroom, that needs to get done, but I also don't have like an extra 20 minutes at the end of the day to just rest and lie down and put on a face mask. So combining that with a habit that's already existing, it can be cleaning your bathroom, it can be brushing your teeth, it can be whatever you want to do, doing dishes, that's fine. It's to be mindful of the moment that you do have. Sometimes we're not mindful about it, but when you start to realize that, cleaning, cooking, driving takes so much of our daily lives, if you are doing something productive, if you're incorporating something better, if you are incorporating something good for yourself, you can also add that to your daily routine. Most unnecessary actions are the first one to be let go of. On the short term, that might be necessary, but on the long term, it's not very good for you, and it can be detrimental to your health and your mental health to feel like yourself. So this trick can really help you take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, take care of your physical health, and also make sure that you're able to do this on the long run. Now, moving on to the next point, this one, I must admit, you have to have balance with, but it's learning how to say no. Now, this is not being selfish and saying no to everybody that needs your help, but I see so often people that overextend themselves and burn themselves out because they never learned how to say no to other people. And while they have noble intention, it might be necessary if you have short term or on your plate situation and you're overextending yourself again and again. You can't pour from an empty cup. People to burnout. And when you're in burnout, your body takes so long to recover because you still need to live your regular life. So make sure to set boundaries with other people and don't feel shame or guilty about keeping that boundary. And setting this boundary is not only with other people, but it's with yourself as well. If you said you were gonna stop watching that show at 11 p.m. and it's 11:30 p.m. and you're still watching that TV show on Netflix when you know you gotta get up early in the morning, learn to say no to yourself. Set boundaries with yourself. If you wouldn't do that if you were another person, why are you doing this to yourself? Really think about it. I know this point comes down to maybe some trauma that people have experienced through their lifetime, but working through that and turning your mindset to a different place can really help you not feel so overwhelmed. One of my favorite things to do is to meal prep. Now, I'm not talking about eating the same meals every single day for a whole week. I'm not about that life, and I don't think you are either. But what I mean by meal prep is prepping the ingredients that I'm gonna be using throughout the week. This not only helps me reduce waste, save money, but also saves me so much time. What I do is on the weekend, I go grocery shopping and I plan when I'm gonna be preparing for the rest of the week. So even before I step foot in a grocery store, I already know what I'm gonna buy. When I come back, I divide my vegetables and ingredients into what I'm gonna be preparing. I wash my vegetables, I cut them up depending on the recipe I'm gonna be using. I prepare ingredients such as like sweet potatoes or any other things like sauces, condiments, or anything like that I'm gonna be needing for the rest of the week. This helps me tremendously because after my 9 to 5, I am tired. I don't want to stand in the kitchen for an hour and a half preparing, cutting, and I'm hungry and I just want to relax. I don't have time for that. So I store them into Tupperware containers, and then when it's time to eat, my veggies are already prepared. I toss them in the pot and that's it. I can cook my veggies, I can cook my meal, and I can clean the rest of the kitchen during that time. Because when I'm cutting, I'm not able to do anything else. I'm stuck there. If you want to eat healthy, this is super hard because you need to have so much prepared for the upcoming week. There are so many ways to meal prep. Maybe this is not necessarily the right thing for you, and that's okay. As long as it fits your schedule and what you prefer, that's all that matters. This way I'm not overwhelmed and I'm able to eat healthy and save so much time. Now, the last point is for you ladies. Please listen up. You are not a machine. You are not a man. You function differently than a man. So what does that mean for you? What does it mean when it comes to time management and how to plan your week effectively? Your energy level, your mental health, your drive is not going to be the same over every single week of the month. And understanding that is your superpower. If you try to operate like a man, you're gonna burn yourself out. If you use all your energy in your menstrual phase, you're gonna come into your follicular phase and you're gonna be tired. And you're not gonna have the drive, and especially in the ovulation week, you're not gonna have the drive that you want or that you used to have. The luteal phase is something many women face, I am sure of it, where you feel tired, demotivated, you just want to sleep, you have absolutely no motivation, and you wonder what's wrong with yourself. Yeah, the luteal phase is so rough. But understanding that and setting your week by your cycle, by the weeks of your cycle, can be not only better for yourself because you can do more on certain weeks of the month, but your mindset and your mental health benefits greatly. Maybe you're gonna set out more meetings, more tasks, more doing during your follicular and ovulation week, and during your menstrual and luteal phase. Maybe you're gonna set out for yourself tasks that are more inside the home, that are more, maybe you can lay down, you can rest more, depending on the type of work you do or the types of tasks you have. So really keeping that in mind is super helpful. If you want a successful week, you need to treat it like a business. You need to have a plan and you need to stick to your plan, and you need to understand what you have to do in the upcoming week. Don't overwhelm yourself and set out a million things to do. Chances are you're not gonna be able to accomplish them. But set out a list of needs and wish to accomplish so you don't feel overwhelmed and you feel accomplished when you're done your needs list. And if you have extra time on your hands, accomplish the wish list. Time is money. Making sure that you are able to maximize your time. Habit stacking is super helpful. If you're doing the dishes, listen to a podcast or listen to something that you want, a lecture of a speaker, super helpful to maximize your time. Learning to set no and setting boundaries with others and yourself is super helpful to avoid burnout and to make sure that you're not running around all week, just surviving and barely surviving your weeks. If you want to eat healthy and ensuring that you have home cooked healthy meals every single day of the week, look into meal prepping. There's so many YouTube videos on different ways, whether that be ingredient prepping like I personally do, or whether that be cooking whole meals, maximizing the tools you have and the appliances you have in your kitchen, whether that be the Instant Pot, the slow cooker, the oven, the stovetop, whatever that might be, maximize your time. And lastly, understanding that you as a woman are different than men. You do not operate on a 24-hour cycle. Understanding that your week will look vastly different from the week before is key. Don't overwhelm yourself. Accept that this is how your body works. There's no shame, no guilt that you should be feeling. Set yourself the hard tasks during your follicular and your ovulation week, and you'll feel so much more accomplished. Thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. And if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe to get more videos just like this one.